We are Kiwi Brick Exchange, a Bricklink seller located in Wellington, New Zealand. We resell on Bricklink and BrickOwl, and these videos will provide you a behind-the-scenes look into our systems and processes. Could we start the week any other way? This right here, ladies and gentlemen, Star Wars 1334 Qui-Gon Jinn with, well, that's hard to tell, a reddish brown beard. It's definitely reddish brown. That is amazing. I don't know if you have been keeping up with things over the weekend, but it is going mental over here. We have just sold this one here, our highest value minifigure of all time. It is a rare or rarer version, probably a Canon Jarrus or similar. It's gone mental. Star Wars Manda to start the week, which seems appropriate because we've been doing some mocks and we've just had an order arrive for some of those, and we'll take you through a couple of other nice little additions to the store as we prep for our market this week. And I'm still kind of processing how it's managed to jump so quickly, but essentially it was mentioned on a couple of videos and I guess a Facebook page that I was following as well. And then when I went to check the minifigures that we had in stock, we had 5 of these, and not just one, but 2 of the reddish brown variant. So one, not sure what I'm going to do this one. I'm going to put it back in the store, but this one obviously selling, and it still seems to be going very good. Doesn't seem to be many being listed, even though I guess the news is out more, but you know, just goes to show you never know what's going to happen with Lego. They might even drop, say, let's see, an exclusive Rex figure and a cheap set. It is a Wednesday afternoon in the store, and it's race by this week, and not a lot of bricklinking has happened so far. Working on those Star Wars mocks, looking pretty cool. Got most of them to go, and a couple of orders from some awesome New Zealand stores on their way. And if we swing around to the store, we've got parts here in item type which still need to be sorted. We have managed an upload this week so far, which is great, but it'd be nice to get some more in the store because total items have dropped down under 90,000 again. We're keeping the lots up, but we do need some more pieces in the store. It's been a really busy week since the start of that week where we managed to sell that lovely Qui-Gon figure, being pretty steady. Just one thing that you'll see, lots of cancelled notifications there. I'm getting a lot of orders at the moment from Australia for sort of $1 or $2, and it's just not worth our time to do those orders. And I thought I'd set up my shipping settings nicely to reduce that and not have anyone sort of come through, but it doesn't seem like it's coming through. So if anyone's got a good way of setting up a minimum buy for a specific location or for international orders, please let me know in the comments or reach out, send me an email, and that would be great because at the moment I'm a bit stuck on how I'm going to do that. The other things that have happened this week is we've been in touch with Damien, who runs Brick Tactics over in Australia. Noah's put us onto him, I think, and him onto us rather, and we've come to a bit of an arrangement where a lot of our town and city minifigs, which don't really sell that well, he's going to be taking those, and so we made a bit of a deal to do that in bulk. So this is a bulk bag going to him over in Australia, and a number of minifigs and minifigure parts out of the store. It just means our system's going to be a little bit nicer when we get minifigure parts. There was some that'll go straight to him, the rest will be uploaded, and it means we're getting a good return for our minifigure parts. He's getting the ones that he needs, and we can race into things. So that's a good all-around one, and I think the rest of the week's going to be setting up for the market. What I've got up the top, up here if I can show you, just bear with me, is a couple of little stands for pricing and things, and this box has all of our Build-A-Fig and other sort of stock pieces, poly bags and things that we're going to take into the market. We'll be doing a little bit of 3D printing as well, but the main part of it is obviously going to be selling Lego and part of what's in our Bricklink store. So minifigures, which we have here. So we're going to be taking all of our minifigure lots and selling those. There's a few that obviously will be going to Damien, so we're taking those off. But that is going to be really good. And there's a number of good minifigures in there, so hopefully we get some good sales. And I've been mucked around a little bit with our bank in terms of the payment system, but I've figured out a way that we can do it using my phone. So all is well in the world. We just need some more uploading. And 4 orders are in the post this morning. We've got another 2 to pack, 1 still to pay, so hopefully that comes through shortly for just a couple of minifigures for 2 of them, and the other one is just a small parts order. But good value. BrickOwl has been very quiet as well, so hopefully that picks up. And like I said, we're waiting some more parts orders. The only other thing I really see over here is obviously our giveaway, which is over here. So These 4 sets, as we mentioned before, make sure you get involved, people. We're creeping towards the 1,000 mark, and thank you for all your support for our store. We're going to keep going with Bricklink and catch up with you probably tomorrow. Well, this is the side you want to see when you're coming into the store. All of these drawers are going to get clips in a second because we've cleared out enough lots that we're going to be able to fit those in. Because we're currently packing through the order for Damon, going over to Bricktastics in Australia. So clearing us out of hair pieces, lots of minifigure heads, torsos and legs. And we've got another 130 odd lots to pick and getting through that really nicely. And so far we've packed through all of these minifigures. So as I said, 56 minifigures. We've already filled up a couple of legs, and then we've got a bulk lot going off as well. So really nice to clear that out. And the great thing is it's going to make space for our next upload. So we did say we were going to catch you tomorrow, but thought I wanted to show you that before we do. Otherwise, see you on Thursday. Thursday afternoon in the store, and tell me you're prepping for a market without telling me. And this is part of it. So we bought a number of different organisers and things. A couple that will eventually become our oversized boxes, but also be really good. A couple more, the 24 compartment boxes. We've had some packages sent. One is an order. Not actually sure which one that is, but there's a couple of orders I'm expecting this week. One the old man has sent down a number of 3D prints ready, and some of our t-shirts have arrived, which is awesome. And getting some things sorted. The other thing I did today is I went to the post shop, and on the way back there is a thrift store, op shop, second-hand store, whatever you want to call it, across the road from where I work. And I wasn't going to go in because I wasn't going to spend anything knowing I was buying all of this, and saw this bag. Now, I didn't think too much of it, but I started seeing some base plates and larger plates. And yes, there's some city stuff on there, but I opened it up and straight away, classic space, although not in the best condition, and Star Wars. I think one of the arms is broken on this one, but we might be able to find a replacement. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to tip this out, have a look what's in there. Could be some good stuff, could be some junk. Obviously, nice to support the op shop and things, and it was probably worth our time. There's a number of minifigure parts in the bottom, so looking forward to seeing what we get. So we can open all of this up, show you what we've been sent down, and then get into some orders for today. Well, we have hit the jackpot once again with a haul. This is just the minifigures and sort of interesting pieces. Still got probably another 1.5 kilograms of bulk. Some really nice finds already. We've got a series 17 gourmet chef here, a couple of different parts, but you know, just some really interesting finds in here. This rock piece is about $5. We've got a train base for about $6, a couple of dollars each for the trees. Some really nice Star Wars parts, and the amount of classic space figures. And this one here, although it doesn't have the gold moon, is coming up about $17. So we'll have to have a look on that one there. We've got a complete yellow one. And again, you know, just an ordinary part, but I just thought it looked a little bit different. $7. $7, people. Some nice little base plates as well, and we haven't got through these parts here. There are a couple of little issues with it. There was a nice Senate Commanders we showed, but there's a crack, so we'll try and fix that arm, and a couple other parts in there. Just such a mixed haul in here, you know, parts from really recent sets, and parts from, you know, a bunch of older ones, so nothing really that's going to sort of come together, but a lot of good parts in there. A lot of things we can get in the store. Wasn't sure about this dinosaur tail here. It does look like the one for the Indominus Rex, the big white one, but that's supposed to be dark bluish grey. So maybe it's just a sort of a replica, fake one, which is a shame. And I guess that pin doesn't look great. So I got a bit excited for that one. But, you know, again, base plates like this, slightly weirder size, should be getting some good value going in the store. So, hey, the Lego haul, great find. Got a bunch of stuff ready over there as well for the market on Sunday. We're doing a couple of 3D prints, custom ideas and things that people are able to order, as well as poly bags and minifigures, and possibly a few sets as well. And we've just got to the bottom of what was on the desk. As you can see, not a lot of minifigure parts made the cut for high value. However, these ones are all A-grade figs. So that's sort of our new system where we're keeping our A-grade figs off to the side, selling them to a buyer, and then sort of uploading those higher value parts. However, that's a good amount. That's a great amount. And that comes to $152 just there. So I reckon we probably sorted that. I mean, looking back on the vlog, I can probably tell you the exact time, but maybe around about 1.5 to 2 hours. We've done 3 times what we paid for it. Yeah, maybe a $40 part out might have been, or $50 part out might have been a little bit quicker, but I think for what we're getting in the store, the variety, and the fact that we've still got a large number of bulk on the ground there, is really good. We also did come across this, which looks like a partially built hovercraft. So I'm just going to type the set into there and see if we've got any rarer parts. There are a number of bits that are sort of sun damage and things. So if there are anything particularly good, then we will get stuck into that. But we'll get these uploaded, see if there's any new lots, and catch up with you tomorrow. And we've got another pile of items ready to be uploaded, all in their individual lots. And just had a customer reach out, Jeremy, who watches the vlogs and has bought from us, potentially starting up his own store, but has got a Saw Gerrera minifigure here, because we sent this on the 17th of February. You can see the order came through on the 15th. It's the 28th, and nothing has come through. And it just got me thinking, while we're having a chat with some people today, about the systems that you have in your shop or your business when things don't go right. And so a great example is this one here. The customer's obviously reached out, and the process from here to make sure we sort that is really important. The nice thing is we send everything through New Zealand Post, and New Zealand Post are pretty good at getting things sorted or either refunding. It makes it a lot easier when things obviously get sent properly, but you do have some issues when things don't get sent. So I just thought, like when things don't go right and you've sold something, what do you do? And so what we look at is making sure that, number one, we are reaching out to the customer, nice clear communication. Number two, getting onto it nice and quickly, and getting in touch with our shipping company or courier company, whoever that might be. And number three, follow up, making sure that things are done nice and quickly. And this basically what the Bricklink game is about. It's systems. It's getting organized systems in. It's making sure you've got ways of tracking, keeping in touch with things, making sure you've got systems for organizing, for sorting. It's all about systems, and if you don't like systems, you probably want to get out of the game, because it is all about setting up systems. Speaking of systems, here's a lovely little system. This is Star Wars, Tales of the Star Wars Age, as I'm calling them. A couple of really cool mocks here from Brick Chain and Brick Lizard, and we're going to be adding to those. We've got a Geonosis and a Hoth still to go, and a Dagobah to complete, but really cool mocks here, all clipped together, and this is going to be sitting on our display for the market on Sunday. Just a nice way of bringing people over. The rest of the market things, as we said, are over here, also containing a few little 3D printed name badges and things. So as we said, if you're interested in some custom 3D prints and things, we did this one for a friend, please reach out. There's lots of cool stuff we can do, quite easy to customize it. The turnaround's pretty quick for that, but we've got all that stuff ready to go. We've got an awesome banner for Kiwi Brick Exchange, which we'll give you a look at a bit later, and that is really good. And got a few more sets. Finish off an avatar one just under there. So it is going good. This is left over the bulk that we talked about. We're just going to combine that in, and we've got one of our bulk lots that's just been sorted by friends of ours, and so we're going to go pick those up probably tomorrow, and then add it to our bulk and start hitting some of these containers. But there is the pile, which is still in here, if I get rid of the scale, which is lots of items that need to go in the store. Now, the bags from this is actually from our haul that we got quite a while ago, and there's a number of printed parts in this bag that I just want to sort of get going at, because we've had some really good value come out from it. And so the more we can get into the store, the better. It's been a quiet week of uploads, but everything's just all over the place in this one. We've got some bulk that we've sorted, our modified plates, but the rest of it is all basically in item type underneath the stud jumpers in there. So we've got those 3 boxes there. So 2 boxes there, and then we've got another bulk down the bottom, which we're going to give to someone to sort very shortly. So those 2 ones we're trying to tackle, because if we are going to do some expansion, probably needs to be in here, so we're going to need this space very shortly. I think it'd be quite nice if I can stack a couple of organisers in here and get some more going, and watching some Star Wars while we're building some Star Wars mocks, which seems quite appropriate. The other thing I'm going to be doing, and is just because we've managed to sell quite a few figures this week, is trying to fill in some space of these with some of our new figures, and probably looking for things that have been in the store for a while, probably a few CMFs and things, just to fill in some gaps and make sure we've got nice full minifigure plates before we head to the market. Hoping to sell quite a bit there, so having them as full as possible will be really good. Besides that, we've had 2 orders come in today, one very small one for a couple of parts, another one was a quite large one that's going to be picked up tomorrow. And then it's figuring out what else we're going to do. I haven't done a lot of updating up here this week, just because it's been a very busy week at work, but ticking closer to that 1,000 mark, and probably need to start thinking about some goals for the rest of the year. We are coming to the end of what the financial year will be here for us in New Zealand, and so that's probably the time where we need to start sitting down and setting some goals for what we do next. And obviously, tight space in here, we want to be maximising our space and our store, so lots to think about. We've got a little bit of space up here to expand, and if you look around this side, you'll see there was a few clips starting to appear down the bottom and in here as well, but I'm not enjoying having to pull these out every time I'm picking an order, so decisions to be made. One decision we did make, which I think is going to be really good, is pick these up to sort of store our minifigures as we take them to the market. But I actually realised in doing so that 2 of them fit almost perfectly on these shelves. So that's a good way of expanding our oversized containers at least. And we'll be able to get a few more of those, and I think they're only about $7 or $8. We did talk previous in a vlog about some really good Kmart organisers that were similar to these ones. These ones are obviously from Kmart, but the white ones. And I had a look when I went and bought some more organisers and things, and they're completely out of stock. They were stocking them at $26 New Zealand, I think 22 Aussie across the ditch. Completely sold out, nothing online. So either someone's mucked up and listed them too low of a price and they've all sold, or they've just gone like wildfire. So hoping that they restock them, because these at $26 a pop are much nicer than wherever else sells it. So, more bricklinking, more Star Wars. Alright, it's the day before the market, and we have consolidated our base plates down to make sure that all of them are looking nice and full. There's a couple of gaps left for sort of slightly higher priced figures. So I actually had a look in the store to see whether we can make anything. Now, if you're thinking of doing this, we've mentioned before that there's that Build-A-Fig website, but a lot of the features are sort of listed in there under a premium version, and there's a pretty simple way of doing it in your store. You want to be filtering using Brick Store and going item type, part, and category contains minifigure. That will get all of your minifigure parts in your store. So obviously the category here and item part. And then what you want to do is you want to go down to the tab down here, which is the item inventory. And you're not doing appears in or consists of, you're looking for can build. And then you can basically scroll through and see what you've got. So obviously we part out a lot of our collectible series figures, so that's part of it there. We have obviously D&D figures have been in part. But then you start getting into some things here, and I know I've parted out some of these, but Minecraft figures. But the ones that I saw are quite nice. We can make a pirate figure, a couple of Star Wars. That one's actually about a $16 figure, and Vitruvius. And so I've just made a little list here. We'll get these for. Again, getting more in complete figures for our market will be really good. So we're going to try and set up and do a sort of a practice run through today. Make sure our payments work. Here we are, we're on market day today, starting in a couple of hours, filming the last little bit of the vlog this week. But just want to say again, a big thank you to everyone who has supported us. Hopefully see a few of you today, but we do really appreciate all the support for the vlogs. And as we said, we're creeping towards that 1,000 mark. The giveaway video released a couple of weeks ago. Make sure you check that out and enter to be in to win a really cool bundle. We said we're going to show you our lovely banner as well, so we'll finish off the video with that today and catch you next week to see how the market went. Here's our sign that we ordered from Vistaprint, really awesome. So if you're in New Zealand or Australia, make sure you check them out. And as we head into the vlog next week, why don't you check out some of these videos in case you missed it.